Hey guys, it's Jamie here. Today we're going to be doing a laptop screen replacement video. Now the laptop screen came courtesy of laptopscreen.com. Went ahead and bought it the other day. I've used them in the past and they're pretty good screens. So I'm going to go ahead and take out the new one for you guys here. As you can see, it comes nicely packaged, all protected. So yes, today we're going to be repairing a Toshiba Satellite. I'll show you guys the model number so that way can see it right here. The model number is right up here. It's C855D, and the rest of the digits don't matter after the dash. It will work for all of them. The Satellite C855D series. So to begin, first the first thing to do, you have to remove the battery because you don't want anything happening. So you just can slide it right out by moving this tab to the right and then holding this one over and lifting up from right here. There's a little notch, just take that out. Then you want to go ahead and just hold the power button on the computer for about 5 seconds just to remove any leftover power inside of the computer, just to make sure, just to be safe. Now after you do that, there's going to be 4 tabs you have to go ahead and take off to reveal the screws. There's 4 screws. One here, down here, another corner. So you can go ahead and do that with a flathead screwdriver. It should be pretty simple, or some kind of knife if you have that. They just come right off, and then you could just stick them right to the side and replace them after. Okay, so after you get all those off, you're going to take out your 0 or 00 screwdriver, whatever you have, and go ahead and get at the screws. And they should just come out pretty easily. Also, for the bottom screws, you might want to have a tweezers nearby if you can't get to those. But I just set those off to the side in the order that I removed them, so that way I remember where they go for later on. Yeah, see, like this one down here sometimes is hard to get out. But go ahead and have a tweezers right nearby to help get it out. Now after that, you have all your screws removed. It's loose. So what you're going to want to do is go around the edge and loosen it up the rest of the way. You're going to hear some snaps, that's fine, that's just how it's held together. This is the frame that holds the screen in place. Now there are a few more screws on the inside. And just go around it nice and slowly. They should all come off, just a little bit of force. Once you get one off, the rest are pretty easy. Now the last thing you have to do is get these off, which are the clamps that hold this down right here. So to do that, after you have the rest of the screen loosened up, this part might be a little hard. You just want to go with a screwdriver, flathead side underneath, and go ahead and pry that up with it. It should come up pretty easily, and that helps you remove the rest of it. Should hear the clicks. There we go. You could just set that off to the side for now. Now you're at your screen. Now the screen can come forward a little bit. And on each side, you're going to have these, you're going to have to pull it up a little. You're going to have 3 black screws, one at the very bottom, the middle, and then the top. You're going to get those with your Phillips screwdriver once again. And there's 3 on each side. So go ahead and do that. Just pull it forward a little to help you out. And this is what holds the actual screen in place. Now, for the screen, you're just going to peel this up carefully, because this is where the screen's connected. And as soon as you get this up all the way, you could just slide it right out and peel off the top part of the tape. This is your ribbon cable. Now for your new screen, you're going to want to leave this front part on for now, and we can peel it off at the very end. And then you're going to go ahead and lay this flat down just like the old one. Connect it right here. And you're gonna, when you put it back in, you're gonna feel 2 little clicks. You won't hear them, but you'll feel them. And you want to make sure it's flush with the connection. There's gonna be no gaps in there. So you just want to give it a little pull, make sure it's in good. And then you can go ahead and stick that all back onto your screen. And now we're just gonna go ahead and put the screen back in place. Make sure that this bottom cable is tucked right underneath, so that way it doesn't interfere with anything or anything like that. Exactly how we found it. And this should just rest in nicely right in here. Also, you're going to want to peel off this tape on the side so that way it doesn't block the screws. Okay, once you have that lined up, you want to start with the bottom screw. Also, another thing, if you guys are having as much trouble as I did with this bottom one, there's going to be 2 screws down here that you could just loosen a little bit on each side. You don't want to loosen them all the way, just like 1 or 2 turns, and that should really help you out a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Then you're going to go ahead and take your screws and put them back in. The 6 black screws, 3 on each side. And then go give them one more once over. Make sure you tighten that bottom thing if you loosened it at all, so that way it doesn't cause issues or anything. It shouldn't, though. That just holds it to the back panel. And then you have to get the other half. But you're already halfway done screwing it back in now. Start with the bottom one. This is the tricky part because you already got 1/2 in. And if the plastic coverings on the screen is coming off at this point, it's okay to take that off completely. And then you're just going to want to give your screen a wipe down at the end since you might get some fingerprints on it. Gotta be careful not to hit the screen. Then you can put the metal frame back on. Let's just do that. You can just click those back down and give it a good press against every part, including the bottom. Make sure that snaps all together. Just go once around the whole edge. From the bottom over here. Yeah, there you go. You can get them from this angle too. Yeah, just give it a press against the bottom with the case closed, and all that should snap together. So that way you have a good solid fit. Then open it back up, and then we're just about done at this point. Now you're going to grab those 4 original screws, and I like to start with the bottom 2. Again, make sure that those clamps are latched on right there. Then after they're all tightened, you can go ahead and pick up those little black tabs and then just stick them back over the screws to protect the screws from rust or anything like that. Just give the screen a once wipe over from any smudges you may have gotten on it. And then go ahead and close it, reinsert your battery, lock it into place, and go ahead and turn on the computer. That is how you fix the Toshiba laptop screen. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and hope it helps you out.